Antonio Brown, of course, re-signing with the Bucs. And I have to wonder if that had anything to do with seeing Tom Brady in Jacksonville at UFC 261. Saw them go up and say hi to each other, kind of hug it out. Brady was there with Mike Evans and some guys, and Antonio Brown was there with Jake Paul on the other side of the floor in the arena. He gets a 1-year deal, just over $3 million guaranteed, could be worth up to 6.2. And this is interesting. You know, he obviously joined the Bucs at midseason. Bruce Arians had to be sold on Antonio Brown. Arians, of course, his old offensive coordinator with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and didn't think that Antonio Brown would be a good fit. And Tom Brady did. And Tom Brady won, and Antonio Brown came. And in the last 5 games of the regular season, he led the Bucs in targets, and he didn't record a single drop last year. Of course, catches a touchdown in the Super Bowl, helps them win a Super Bowl. So for all the things off the field that have gone wrong with Antonio Brown, it seemingly was a good decision, and they're going to bring him back in Tampa on another 1-year deal. And if you're Antonio Brown, I don't think he's going to get any more money anywhere else.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer.
So you get up to $6 million, maybe another 1,000-yard season. You add to your legacy, and all of a sudden, if you're Antonio Brown, all the stuff you've gone through, all the craziness off the field.
Self-induced.
100%. But we're talking about legacy. We're talking about Hall of Fame. We're talking about a Super Bowl champ 2 times over.
If the Bucs run this back and win another Super Bowl, which would be remarkable. They're not even close to being the betting favorites right now. The Chiefs are. But if they were to run this back, that locks up Hall of Fame for Antonio Brown.
100%.
Lock it in.
Yeah, I mean, he also produced the highest yards after catch of any of the Bucs receivers last season. So he was their best receiver the last 5 weeks of the regular season and into the postseason. This was a guy.
And we know Tom loves him.
Yeah. I mean, it's his security.
So you
blanket.
were in the house there in Jacksonville. Do you think it was a little awkward for Antonio? I mean, he's rolling up with Jake Paul. Weird. But do you think he sees Tom with a couple of receivers and is like, yo, I mean, lose my number? Like, where was my invite?
I wondered that when they kind of like made eye contact and talked to each other. But, you know, he's doing his own thing. Like Tom had his whole crew. You know, he's there with his backup quarterback, Blaine Gabbert. He's there with a couple of buddies. Has Mike Evans with him as well. But, yeah, maybe there was a little tinge of jealousy.
Bit like, hey, Tom.
And by the way, like Brady was on front row, sitting right behind Dana White. And although Jake Paul and Antonio Brown were technically in the front row, they were like 20 yards back. They're sitting behind a divider, you know? So, I mean, like, you might say, like, Gen Pop as opposed to first class,
yeah,
like, in terms of the seating. But,
yeah.
you know, I think he's probably, I know AB is thrilled, but Tom Brady must be absolutely, you know, out of his mind to have his whole crew back.
Yeah, he has to be. He has the entire team, all 22 starters.
So where are they in the betting favorite?
Yeah, how can they not be the favorites?
Well,
right now?
I mean, you think about Kansas City, right? They have completely remade that offensive line. I mean, they have they're going to have one of the better offensive lines in football.
The entire team coming back, though.
Yeah.
All 22 re-signed, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. And the weakness was the O-line, right? And then you had Orlando Brown and all these guys and Kyle Long, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, you have a couple of Pro Bowlers now on this offensive line.
The Bucs are second. Okay. They're 6-1. The Chiefs are plus 450, 9-2. So that's a significant difference. And then Green Bay's 12-1.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.